It's another beautiful Central Florida day, and a good day to highlight one of my favorite 5-mile runs. So this area is called Sandpoint Park where I start. It's a really good area, plenty of parking, nobody really around. I can use weights after, just a nice area in general. So as I leave the park, I cross what's called the Max Brewer Bridge. This bridge takes you out to NASA, some wildlife refuge, and Playa Linda Beach. It's a really nice bridge to run, but on this day, I'm just gonna head to River Road and get on some flat surface. So as I head to River Road, you can just see how windy it is this day. Here's some signs telling you where the wildlife refuge is, Space View Park. So I'm taking a left here, crossing a beach wave, and headed towards Space View Park. So I'm headed into Space View Park. I'm basically just doing a loop in and loop out. But this is just an area dedicated to the astronauts and the hard workers of the space program. It's really neat. Those memorials to the left are the astronauts that landed on the moon. They have their handprints there. It's really neat to see. This area is a dedication to the shuttle program, its workers, and its astronauts, as I loop around to the other side. So I'm just looping around here. That water, I've actually seen alligators in, but I'm just gonna follow this path and go across the street and to our pier. This is called Veterans Memorial Park. I like to kind of just loop through these areas just to add miles to my run, but this is just so pretty. It's right by the water, and usually I just go all the way out to the end of the pier, stand there, look around, and head back. So if this was a day of a rocket launch, there would be no way I could run through here. This whole area would just be packed with people, spectators. This whole pier would be packed. It's probably one of the best views you can get of the launch pads, which are directly across this river right here. But just a nice turnaround point as I head back to River Road. So coming off the pier, I go through the Veterans Memorial here and head back towards River Road. I'm back on the bike path, which is also a nice area to run here. There's never really any traffic. This area could get very busy, especially on a launch day. But on this day, there's no launches, so not really any people. Maybe a person walking their dog or two. I always think it's funny when the mailman's in front of me. I always get so close to him, and then he pulls away. And it just becomes this cat and mouse game until I kick it into high gear and I get past him. This is just a nice area to run. There's never any traffic through here. It's just nice. As I head left, I get to the river and I make a right. So this is River Road. This will probably run about a mile for me, 1.5 miles at the most, but it's just such a nice scenic run. Usually it's never crowded. The people that drive through here are pretty respectable. They go pretty slow, but mainly I'll see a runner every now and again, a couple walking, but it's usually pretty mellow. That's why I really like this road. It's always a nice breeze. On this day, it was straight in my face, but still a nice breeze. So at 2.5 miles, this is my turnaround point. And this time I'm gonna head straight down River Road. I basically did a big loop, but this is the most scenic part of my run, which I really enjoy. It's always a nice breeze, like I said, just always a nice view, and really peaceful and relaxing. I really enjoy running this road. It runs about maybe 1 mile to 1.5 miles. Directly across from this river is the launch pads for NASA, SpaceX. It's really just a nice area. There's a lot of privacy signs on these piers. You just can't walk up and watch a launch or go fishing. But just for myself, for running, it's just a really nice area. Just some more nice views of the piers and River Road. Again, this is just a nice stretch of road that's really nice to run on with great views. So I made a left and I'm just kind of back on the road that I was before. But this time I'm gonna loop through a different park on my way back. Just a cool little historical sign of a fish company that was here. I head back, I'm just trying to add more miles to my run. This is a really neat memorial dedicated to the World War II veterans and actually the Gemini program. On the ground, you'll see plaques dedicated to the astronauts of that program. It's a really neat memorial as I turn around. All right, just making a right here and coming down the home stretch back to Sandpoint Park. That's it, 5-mile loop along the waterway complete.